All right, let's talk about communities at Gary Club. And one of the ways that you could earn some rewards every day by getting involved and active and supporting some of the communities that are building as part of Gary Club. So in our navigation, right at the very top, we have communities. If you click on communities and you load, you'll notice there's a bunch of social tokens. We have Drive and Dr. Power and Dunk and Def and QST and Cyber and all these different communities. And each one of them that you click on, if I click on Drive, I'll let that load in the other tab. It's going to tell me all about Drive. It's going to give me all the information. But before we go there, let's just look right here. It tells us their price. It tells us what their change looks like over 24 hours and 7 days. It tells us how much Gary coin they have locked. Of note, every single one of these tokens, the liquidity pool is based on Gary coin. So Gary coin is the base liquidity token for each one of these. And if they have the little icon right here, that means they're fully locked with Gary coin, meaning it can never go. Normal liquidity pools, they're kind of balanced out in the world, and it can kind of go up and it can kind of go down and all this stuff, but these are fully backed by Gary coin, meaning we took and minted all of their tokens, we locked them in a bonding curve, and the only way they unlocked was if they were backed by Gary coin. So just little indicator there. But we see how much Gary coin's here. We see what the score is, which we'll get to in just a second. We see supporters, and we see the communities, and we can view links, and we can swap and all that. When we look here, here's Drive, so it tells us everything about Drive, gives me all the information. There'll be a chart that loads there. Featured offers, rewards for holding, who's behind Drive, and the score, and you can see their proof of work, what they've been doing every day, stuff like this. So you can kind of flip through, and you can see everything about them, which is great data, great information. But let's focus right here on the score. So if a token, community token, has a score of 50 or more, so 3 tokens do, and you own 10,000 of their tokens, then you qualify for rewards. So 2 metrics have to be met. The community as a whole has to have a score of 50. So 3 tokens are qualified right now. You, as an individual, have to hold 10,000 of those tokens. Okay? And if you do, you get rewards. And you'll get rewards every day that token qualifies. Let me show you how we calculate rewards. It's pretty complex, but somewhat simple, direct equation. I'll walk you through each step. We have 1,750 Gary coin that we're giving away right now, every day. Gary coin's price, if I just go to CoinMarketCap, it'll take it a second to reload because it does every time I load for some reason. But it is, 0.2162. So we give away 1,750 times 0.2162, about $378 a day in rewards to communities. Just to give you a little perspective, we give away right now 1,750 Gary coin. It's going to these 3 communities. Drive as a community will get 794.14. Dr. Power will get 514.44. Dunk will get 441.41. These numbers are exactly the same as you see right here. So the higher your score, the bigger share of the rewards you get. The lower your score, the less share of the rewards you get. Here's how we calculate it. First metric we look at is average TVL for the last 30 days. So the average amount of Gary coin that you have for the last 30 days. I'll sort by that. If we notice, the top winner gets a score of 31. Everyone else normalizes back to that. So what I mean by that is 841 sets the top tier, and then 437 below that is about a little bit over half of that, right? So it gets a little bit over half the score. If you win the category, you get a bonus point. So this category actually only has 30 points, but you get a bonus point if you win, just in case there's 2 people kind of back to back. Now, if we go look at the average TVL score here, if we go down to Dunk, see, Dunk's still qualifying for rewards, but only gets 4 points in this category because the average TVL is 132,376. Still qualifies for rewards because we add up to more than 50 points. There's a lot of ways to get rewards here inside of Gary Club. All right, next thing we look at. We look at TVL change. So this is, has it gone up or down over the last 30 days? So if I sort by that metric and I look here, TVL change, Drive has grown the most. So Drive's set the top. Dr. Power's grown not quite half of that, so he's set there. Dr. Power and Dunk are almost neck and neck, right? 18,797 and 18,277. So they're almost neck and neck. They got almost the same amount of points. Drive just grew a lot faster. They got a lot more points. This is based on TVL. It's the amount of Gary coin that gets into your token. It's based on a 30-day period. Every token has the same opportunity to grow at the same pace. Next things we look at transactions, but we don't track points. I will tell you on TVL, though, let me go show you one other metric. We look at negative TVL as a bad sign and a bad indicator. So if I flip this, and if you go negative, you get a negative 25. So negative TVL, meaning your TVL went down, your lock Gary went down, it's bad. Positive TVL is great. So we want to keep growing, and we want to grow at a nice steady pace with the rest of the community. If I keep scrolling over, we skip over transactions, even though we do track them. We go to supporters next. So supporters, if I go back here, you can see that number right here, 504. So you see the Gary locked right here. This is current, but we track average for the month just in case we don't get a spike. And then we look at supporters. Supporters are right here. So when I go to supporters, we look at the average supporters for 30 days. I can sort by this number as well. So our top token has 2005 and 611. Top token got 11 points. They get 10 plus a bonus. Everybody else normalizes back to that. So the more supporters, the more points. We look at supporter change as well. So how are you growing? Are you getting more supporters this month, or are you shrinking this month? So we look at that. If you go negative, then we give you negative 20 points. If you go positive, then we give you positive 10 or 11 points. A supporter for us is someone who has a social connector wallet and has at least one token in that wallet. Right? They have one token in that wallet, and they have a social connector account. That counts them as a supporter. In our opinion, you should be growing every month. So here's some supporter change numbers. The biggest was only 39. So that's about one supporter a day. I think that's doable for anyone. Next thing we look at is active wallets, which we get skewed data on. We're rebuilding that metric right now. Active wallets is a wallet that signs a transaction. And then the last thing we look at is our daily proof of work. You submit your proof of work, you get 15 points. So when we add all that up together, you could get up to, I think it's about 107 points right now if you set and win every category. Maybe it's 108. If you get 50 or more points, then you qualify for rewards. Your token does. If you get less than 50 points, your token does not qualify for rewards. And if I show you this, we have one token at 50 right now, one token at 58, one token at 90. The rest of the tokens are pretty far away from that. Right? So that's how we calculate our rewards. We ship them out every single day. It's very public on the timeline. If I show you my profile, then we'll wrap up our video. But if I show you my profile, right here, Gary earned rewards for holding Drive. Right here, Gary earned rewards for holding Dr. Power. So it's public. We stamp it. I got my share because I own enough of their tokens. If you own enough of their tokens, you would get your share as well. Gary earned rewards for holding bags. So that's how we do community rewards. You can support communities if you want, like Drive or Dunk or Dr. Power, any of our communities, or you could launch your own community with us. And if you're interested in that, you can click under offers. You can see right here, we have a community token launch, and you can click there and you can read all about that. Thank you. Have a great day.